graders. I'm going to start, let me get it situated, by letting you pause that, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. Write it down. Check your work from Monday. Okay, and I know it's easy, it's really tempting, especially in these times where you're not even in the classroom, to want to just put these numbers into a calculator. But just remember, it's the honor system and you're getting out of it whatever you put into it. So it's an essential skill you gotta have. All right, we're going to do some more adding and subtracting with integers today with just bigger numbers, okay? Numbers that you wouldn't be able to count on a number line. Excuse me. Numbers that you wouldn't be able to count on a number line, so you're going to have to get used to some different scenarios. Okay, remember, start by reading it to yourself from left to right. Negative 21 plus 64. That means you're starting at negative 21 and you're moving forward 64. So you're starting negative, moving forward. Those are two opposite actions, which means that we're going to need to subtract those numbers to figure out. We're going to have to do 64 minus 21, which gives us 43. Okay, but you have to think about this. Is that going to be a positive 43 or a negative 43? Well, if you're starting at negative 21 and you're moving forward 64, that's obviously going to push you over into the positives, and you're going to be at 43. Okay. Same situation here. Negative 19, starting at negative 19, moving forward 100. So if you're at negative 19 and you're moving forward 100, you know that it's going to push you pretty far over into the positives. Okay, and we need to find the difference of those two. We need to know if you're going 19 jumps just to get to 0, how many more jumps do you need to get? So 100 minus 19 is 81. And we already said if you're at negative 19 and you're moving 100 jumps forward, that's obviously going to put you at positive 81. Okay. Now here, negative 17 minus 36. You've got to think of the situation. Starting point is negative 17. Then you're moving backwards 36. So you're going further into the negatives. You're at negative 17. You're going further into the negatives. Okay, so in this case, we're going to have to add up 17 and 36 because we're combining up two negatives. Combining means that we're adding them together. So 53, but you have to remember that was a negative 17 minus 36 more, so we're actually landing at negative 53. We combined up two negatives and made them a more negative number. Okay, so that's why we added. This one here, 30 minus 56. Starting at positive 30, moving backwards 56. Okay, so think about that. Do I need to add them or subtract them? Those are opposite actions. I'm starting in the positive and I'm moving backwards. So I need to know what the difference is because I know if I jump back 30, that gets me to 0, and then I'm going to have to jump back how many more? So 56 minus 30 is 26. So I'm starting at 30 and I'm moving back 56, which is obviously going to put me into the negative. So I'm going to actually land at negative 26. Okay, let's pause and then we'll do a few more examples. Okay, take a minute and write these down. Pause for a second if you need to. If you see these last few examples, they have got signs that are side by side each other. And remember what I told you, I want you to be in the habit of rewriting whenever you see two signs that are side by side. So we've got 41 plus negative 19. I'm going to circle those two signs and I'm going to rewrite it. A positive and a negative side by side, they disagree. So I'm going to write it as 41 minus 19. And 41 minus 19 is a pretty straightforward subtraction problem. 22. Okay, if I did 41 minus 19, I get 22. 82 plus negative 100. I've got two signs that are sitting side by side, so I want to rewrite this. And a positive and a negative side by side, I'm going to rewrite as negative. So I end up with 82 minus 100. So think about that. Think on a number line without having to touch it. Think on a number line. You're at 82 starting, and you're moving backwards by 100. So that's obviously going to take you a little bit. You'll go back 82 to 0, and then it's going to take you a little bit further into the negatives. Okay, so when we want to figure out how much more further into the negatives, how much more means I need to subtract. 100 minus 82 would give you 18. And then you have to ask yourself, 82 minus 100, okay? If I'm starting at 82, I'm going back further past 0 because I'm going back. So that's obviously going to be a negative 18 where we landed. So negative 18. Okay, again, two signs side by side. This time I have a negative and a negative side by side. Those agree. So I'm going to rewrite it as a positive. So I have 56 plus 21. Then I've got a straightforward addition problem, positive plus a positive, which would be what, 77? Okay. Last one, two signs sitting side by side. We're talking about these two that are side by side. I need to rewrite it. So I'm going to rewrite the problem. It's negative 45 plus 16. So think of your number line. You're starting at negative 45. So you're starting at negative 45 away from 0. And we're going forward 16. So the first thing that you should think of is that going forward 16 is not going to be enough to take you into the positives. Okay? It's going to keep you back in the negatives. So if you're going 45, from negative 45 and going forward 16, how much of a difference is that? What's 45 minus 16? 29. Okay, so if 45 minus 16 is 29, and you know that you did not go far enough to get into the positives, so you're going to be at negative 29. Okay, the best way, if you're struggling with this, the best way is just practicing different scenarios, and you've got it. Just use what you know. Use what you know about a number line. Use what you know about how the numbers are moving. Okay, I know you, and you can reason it out, and you'll get used to it. The more you practice different scenarios, you'll get more used to it. If you would like credit for this assignment, this is Wednesday's assignment. Have it to me by Thursday night. I forgot last time to show you the assignment, so let me not forget that this time. Here is your assignment. And try to get it situated where you can see it. Eek. There we go. Okay, pause it, screenshot it, do what you need to do, write it down. Okay, this one, have it turned into me by Thursday night, and then you'll have a new video on Friday with the solutions, and you can check your work. Okay, should be getting easier and easier for you. We're going to multiply and divide with integers on Friday. Okay, bye, I miss you.